Okay, welcome to SmartThings Device SK session. I'm Jaejoon, Principal Software Engineer at Samsung Electronics. My colleagues are Sandra.
Hi, I'm Sandra Martocchia. I'm a product manager for the developer workspace. That's one of the tools you'll be using as part of this integration.
And Kwang-Hui.
Hello everyone, my name is Kwang-Hui. I am Principal Software Engineer of Samsung Electronics. I'm also in the Device SDK team. Thank you.
Right. In this session, we'll introduce the new SmartThings Device SK and Developers Workspace for the Direct Connect type. And you can learn what the SmartThings Device SK is and how you can integrate your device with SmartThings by using SmartThings Device SK. After my presentation, we'll have time for questions. All right, let's start by looking at SmartThings Eco System. We've been introducing SmartThings Eco System for a couple of years now. You may be already familiar with the SmartThings Eco System, but let me give you a brief reminder. The SmartThings Eco System enables you to integrate IoT devices, services, and automation on the SmartThings cloud. You can build, test, and publish your device and SmartThings catalog through developer workspace. Then you can discover and control your device with using SmartThings app. As you know, we have three different types of integration with the SmartThings platform, which are hub connected, direct connected, and cloud connect type. In this session, we'll focus on SmartThings Device SK to help you learn how to integrate your Wi-Fi enabled device by using direct connect type. Let's look at integrating an IoT device with the cloud, be it a smart lamp, smart plug, or switch. What all you need to do? First, you need to define a protocol for onboarding and controlling the device through cloud with the end-to-end security. Then, if you want to control the device from mobile phone, you need to develop a mobile app that will require cloud integration. Further, if you want to control the device with the voice or motion sensor event, again, cloud works are required. This is a lot of development effort. It needs expertise in a variety of domains, starting from RTOS, mobile, to cloud. Rather, we have a simple solution for you. That is SmartThings Device SK. Development with the SmartThings Device SK makes all of these things possible. From now, I'll explain it. Let's look at the structure and its working flow for the direct connect type. Three components are related to integrate your Wi-Fi enabled device by using direct connect type. First, you have to develop a Wi-Fi enabled device with the SmartThings Device SK. And SmartThings app has to be installed on your mobile. Afterward, you register for SmartThings platform in developer workspace. Then you can discover your device on the catalog and SmartThings app. And you can start the onboarding process. That is, your device gets network provisioning information from the SmartThings app. It will sign up and sign into SmartThings Cloud. Then you can find your device on the SmartThings app. We are calling it device plugin. Through this device plugin, you can check your device status and you can control it. All right, MQTT and Capability are key concept of SmartThings Device SK. As you know, MQTT stands for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport, and it's one of the most popular transport protocol in IoT applications. And the capability is a core of SmartThings architecture. It allows abstract a specific device into the underlying capabilities. Let's see MQTT first. The MQTT protocol defines two types of entities in the network, which are message broker and a number of clients. The broker is a server that receives all messages from the clients and then routes those messages to relevant destination clients. Let me expand on that. The clients connect to the broker, then they can subscribe to any message topic in a broker. And also, the clients publish messages under a topic by sending the message and topic to the broker. The broker then forwards the message to all clients that subscribe to that topic. You can see SmartThings Device SK is using two topics, which are device event topic to publish device event and comment topic to subscribe to comments. Let's see how SmartThings Device SK works with the MQTT and Capability. SmartThings Device SK with the MQTT client publish messages including the attribute of capability under device event topic to update device state information. And it subscribes to command topic, so device receives commands of capability from the broker. As I mentioned earlier, SmartThings Device SK provides MQTT client application as a built-in function. When you build your device with the SmartThings Device SK, you don't need to consider topics of MQTT because they are already included in SmartThings Device SK. So you can integrate your device with the SmartThings platform just by including capabilities for your device features. It means that you can integrate various types of device with the SmartThings just by which capabilities are included in your device. And also, you can use SmartThings components such as automation, voice input, SmartThings App and device plugin without any more works. SmartThings Device SK is fairly portable for the different operating systems and chipset solutions. It is optimized for the constrained device by low memory footprint and using the smallest amount of system power. And also, it is compatible with the C99 and providing intuitive porting layer. Its source code is available in GitHub. It's now working on the RTOS like FreeRTOS and Tizen RT. For the Linux and Tizen, it will be updated in the future. In addition to this, we have opened the RTOS reference kit to help you build your device with the RTOS. After downloading SmartThings Device SK, reference kit codes, and chipset vendors SK, you can see it working on the reference chipset just by building them. We'll show you the demo later in this session, and you can experience it by yourself in CodeLab and Booth. All right, let's look at the overall architecture of SmartThings Device SK. As you can imagine, IoT core block works with the MQTT built on TCP/IP. The MQTT connection is an encrypted TLS connection to protect the data in transit. In general, MQTT protocol imposes no constraint on the payload data format, but SmartThings Device SK uses a JSON format and JSON web token for client authentication. You can see the detailed stack based on RTOS, and IoT Core provides the SmartThings Device SK APIs for device app. All right, I explained what the SmartThings Device SK is and how it works. From now, let's develop a device. First, you need to register your device for SmartThings platforms. To do this, you need to work in developer workspace, creating a project, defining our capabilities, and so on. Afterward, this information would be part of your device when you develop a device app. Sandra will explain what to do in developer workspace, and then I'll introduce a device app with the SmartThings Device SK APIs. Sandra, please.
Sure, thank you. Okay, so up until now, Jaejoon has done a great job of giving you an overview of the SmartThings SDK, the SmartThings device SDK, and explaining some of its benefits. So at a high level, those benefits include being able to use the MQTT protocol, being able to use the SmartThings infrastructure so that you don't have to build your own, and being able to use the SmartThings mobile app so that you don't have to build your own. I'm going to be talking about getting your integration started using the developer workspace. So the developer workspace is where you will go to create your developer account, as well as view documentation about your integration, and register your integration and configure your integration. So we've designed the developer workspace in a way to easily guide you through the various steps of your integration process. So this includes creating a project, defining the capabilities for your device, defining the onboarding flow for your device. So the onboarding flow are those screens that a user is going to see in the SmartThings mobile app as they're installing their device for the first time. Deploy your device to testing. So this is deploying it to SmartThings so that you can see an instance of it in the SmartThings app. Provisioning your device with SmartThings, and when you're ready, submitting your device for certification. So step one is to create that project. You'll be creating what we call a direct connected project. There's lots of different types of integrations that you can build with SmartThings today, and this specific one is called direct connected. Once you create your project, you will see your project will then be populated with various steps that you will need to perform in order to complete your integration. One of the first steps you'll see is defining the capabilities. So in order to define the capabilities for your device, you're going to create what we call a device profile. Within the device profile, you will have a list of capabilities that are already supported by the SmartThings platform. This is a wide range that you can choose from, all the way from audio, volume, to temperature measurement, different types of sensors, switch, on and off capabilities, color control, and so on. You'll choose the capabilities that make sense for your device, and you'll save your device profile. At any point during your development process, you can come back to the developer workspace and you can make edits to your device profile whenever necessary. Same with the onboarding flow. So the onboarding flow are, like I said earlier, the screens that a user is going to see as they're connecting their device in the SmartThings app for the first time. So depending on how your device is going to connect to SmartThings, because they all work a little differently, you will be able to customize the screens that make sense for you. So one example is, let's say your device requires a user, in order to become discoverable by SmartThings to begin with, it requires the user to press a button on the device and wait for a light to flash. If that were the case, you would create that descriptive text, you would add it into the UI in the developer workspace that we provide, and then that will be available to the user when they're viewing that screen in the SmartThings app. You can also upload customized images. I highly recommend this, actually. So in the case that I just cited, let's say you could create an illustration that shows what your device would look like and point the user to where that button is. I think the more customization that you give to that onboarding flow, so the more images that you create, the easier it will be for the end user to connect that device. And we always want users to have a good experience, don't we? Another thing that we give you here as an option is choosing an ownership validation type. So what this is it's ensuring that the device is in the user's presence before they can connect it. I see this all the time now. I feel like every time I connect a device at home, I'm using one of these methods. So one of these methods will include, well, 3 of these methods actually, pressing a button on the device, entering a PIN code into the app that they see on the device, and scanning the QR code of the device using the app. These are not mandatory, they're optional, but they are available for you to use if you want to. So after you have configured your device profile, chosen your capabilities, and configured your onboarding flow, it's now time to deploy your device to SmartThings. So this is in order to be able to test it in the SmartThings app. You'll see a big blue button in your project. Can't miss it. And you'll also see something else that happens. You'll see a file that gets automatically generated for you. This is our onboarding config file. It is a JSON file. Depending on what you did in your device profile and your onboarding profile, this file will be generated accordingly to that. You will take this file, you will go to your device app, which Jaejoon will talk about after me, and you will add it to your device app. This is the device app that comes with the SDK. This will overwrite the defaults that come with the SDK so that it's specific to your device configurations. You will also need to provision a device to be tested with SmartThings. This is also pretty common, I've come to notice in IoT. So what this means is you need to upload what we call a device identity for your specific device. This is a combination of the serial number and the public key. This is letting SmartThings know that you have approved your device to connect to SmartThings. So you're provisioning it ahead of time. You'll need to do this for your testing, or else what happens is at the end when you're in the onboarding flow and you want to actually connect that specific physical device, it won't connect because SmartThings hasn't been given the okay that you're allowing it. So that's why this step becomes important during your testing phase. Really what you would be doing next is going to your SDK now and working on your device app, which Jaejoon is going to explain. But I'm going to jump ahead several steps in your integration because I'm already up here talking about the workspace. And the last thing you're going to do is you're going to submit your device for certification. So you've registered your integration, you've done the configurations using the developer workspace, we've provided those UIs for you. You've gone off into your local dev environment, you've worked on your device app, you've installed it onto your device, you've tested it in the app and you've controlled the capabilities and things are working as you expected. The onboarding flows are working as expected. You've also uploaded an asset, which would be your company logo or brand, so that it's displayed the way you would like in the SmartThings app. And that's a step in the developer workspace that you'll see as well. And once you've done all of those things, you'll be submitting your device for certification. So you click a button in the developer workspace, it gets sent off to our certification team. You'll get email notifications for you to know at what point in the process they are when they're doing the certification review. You will also be able to see the statuses in the developer workspace. We have a 30-day SLA for these types of integrations. Once they approve your device, you will be notified, and you will pick a date to publish it into the SmartThings app. Once that date arrives, it will now be available to the millions of users that are already using the SmartThings app. And now Jaejoon will step back a step and talk about the development phase. So he'll talk about the APIs and developing with the SDK. Thanks.
Thank you, Sandra. All right, you just registered your device for SmartThings platforms in Developer Workspace. From now, we'll develop a device app with the SmartThings Device SDK APIs. SmartThings Device SDK has two kinds of API groups. One is for the connection management, and the other is for the capability management. The connection management APIs cover Wi-Fi connection, MQTT connection, and onboarding. And the capability management APIs cover sending the attribute of capability and receiving the commands of capability. You can see these APIs for device app are fairly simple and intuitive. Let's see the source code of example device app. Only 3 APIs are used for connection management. Connection init function initializes IoT core stack and resources, and connection start function performs onboarding process with the Wi-Fi and MQTT connection. Before I move on to the capability management API, I want to show you how the capability is mapped with the user experience interface of SmartThings app. After Smart Lamp onboarding successfully, you can find the Smart Lamp icon on the main screen of SmartThings app at the left side. When you touch Smart Lamp icon, Smart Lamp device plugin runs. You can see it is using 2 capabilities, which are switch and color control. Do you remember? These capabilities were selected in Developer Workspace when you register your device for SmartThings platform in and they will be included in your device when you develop a device app. Let's take a closer look at switch capability. It has off-form value for the attribute and commands. The attribute with the off-form value represents Smart Lamp status, and you can control Smart Lamp with the off-form value of commands. If you want to know more, then you can find capabilities, full specification and standard capabilities at the below link. Let's see how capability management APIs are used in device app code. First, we make capability handlers that will process the commands of capability when a device receives commands from the cloud. And also some APIs to send the attribute of capability are used to update device state information. These codes are core of device app. The lines of code are 10 lines for one capability. It is fairly simple and easy to implement the device app with the SmartThings Device SDK APIs. Hopefully, you could experience device app code by yourself in CodeLab. All right, we will show you the demo.
Hello. This demo is consists with these steps, and I will have a quick review of device developer workspace and uploading device identity, which is consisted with the serial number and public key, and download JSON file from the workspace, and build the device application. And we call it ED setup is registering the device to cloud and how to control it. Let me show you. Just imagine there's a cool smart lamp here. Is that? Okay. You can see the cool smart lamp here. Add the device, add the device. It will download a catalog from the cloud in the SmartThings application, and I can see my testing device here. That's because this device is not published to public. It's my own testing device. I can select smart lamp here, then the state is shown up. Getting ready. And you can see the custom image, what the Sandra said, and start here, next. I need to push the button for 5 seconds to enter the setup mode of this device. And then LED is blinking. After each setup mode is entered, then the application will find this device and start to onboarding. Yeah, it is started. It will take time to get required information from the cloud and send it to device. Things like what kind of Wi-Fi information to use. And this is time to push button to validate my ownership of this device. I push the button, then it will keep going. If you select another feature, then you can see a different screen here. I will use this Happy Home. Then the device will try to register itself to cloud with a Wi-Fi connection. Now it's registering. After a couple of seconds, it will be shown up, hopefully. Oh, boom, it's done. Yep, I have a new icon, and here the dashboard. I can have some control here to turn off, see, here. Or push the button to turn on, then it will be changed. And you can see another screen, detailed information. I can change the color like green and blue. I think it's a cool smart lamp, and you can make also the more simpler one like this one, like this. That's all. Thank you.